What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be unboxing the Modsaw and showing general setup and use. Let's get right into it. Firstly, you're going to want to cut open the box. Now, you're going to open it up. Try to show y'all here on camera. You're going to see on the top a power adapter. This is to plug into the saw. Set that to the side. Got some foam. On the side of the saw, you're gonna have the baggie with all of the pieces and instructions. Then you have the Modsaw itself with some custom foam. Put that in the box. Now, you can either keep this box and use it for storage, or you can chunk it. We're gonna chunk it. All right. Let's start off with the baggie. So first, you got a little thank you card here. You'll have my info, my email here for any type of feedback, warranty requests, anything at all. Shoot me an email. Have that there. We'll open the baggie up, that card. Secondly, you have the included parts card. So this is gonna tell you about the sandpaper discs, the hook foot, which is a screw down point. We'll get into that in just a second. What the wobble indicator is, it's something that's not on any other saw, so we just have a little explanation there. And then the threaded vacuum adapter. The next sheet, you've got this is for the deluxe model, the knock-in. So this just shows you how to replace that knock-in attachment with a plug to make it cut carbon to carbon. So you got information there, got a nice little Modsaw sticker. On the deluxe model, you're gonna get 3 sandpaper discs. So this is 15 pieces of sandpaper. On the standard, you'll get 1 strip, so you'll get 5. So here's your strips of sandpaper, don't lose those. Nextly, on the deluxe, you'll have a blade and a blade carrier. Again, this is for the deluxe model, you get an extra blade. On the standard, you won't get this. You have your threaded vac adapter, I'll show you in just a second. The hook foot, and then here is the plug for the knock-in receiver to plug it to make it cut carbon to carbon. It also has a little screw here. You'll need to replace that screw if you want to swap that. So that is what the baggie consists of. Now, let's go ahead and get into moving these components. So you're going to see all the components on the Modsaw are pushed up to the front. So you can store it this way if you'd like. It makes it more streamlined, a little slimmer. So to set this up, general setup, you're gonna loosen these thumb screws. So all these pieces have thumb screws. Move them from the bottom. You're not gonna wanna move them from the top. It's a lot harder. So you wanna grab right there down by the thumb screw, move them. So you can move that rear rest up here, set it. Then you're gonna have your mid rest. Now we recommend putting this, it's really subjective. So however you like to cut, I keep it somewhere around in there, just kind of halfway in between that 10-inch mark, about 5 inches. This is just to stabilize your arrow to keep it from flexing when you're cutting. Lock that down. Now over to the back side, you've got your bearing posts. Again, all this is kind of personal preference. So you're gonna figure out where you want these pieces at. It's the cool part about it being modular. So I'll lock that down at the 24-inch mark. The next bearing post, gonna lock this down at the 12-inch mark. Get about a foot in between there. Then your squaring post, you're gonna loosen that, move that up just a little bit, and then there's your wobble indicator. Now, for the vac adapter, this is threaded. So you'll see on the back of the saw here is your vacuum port. So the vacuum is going to plug into here. This is 1.25 inches. So this will just thread on to the back, lock it down nice and tight, and then that's where your vacuum will plug into. Now, hook foot. This is the screw down point. So this is actually going to snap, make sure that it snaps into the rail, make sure it fits all the way in there. And we recommend putting it kind of up here by the blade, right around there. You can put it wherever you want it. It just works best over here. It kind of stays out of the way of all the moving parts. And that is where you will screw down towards the motor side. And then you've got your 2 screw down points on the back end on the end cap. So that is basic setup there. Now the power adapter, obviously, pull this out. It's going to plug in to this end, so you have two pieces. So you have to make sure this seat's deep enough. It's a little difficult. Make sure it gets all the way, wiggle it, just like that. It's gonna seat deeper than you think it is. This will plug into your end over here and obviously into the wall. So that is basic setup right there. Now, as far as operations goes, just a couple of tips to get into using the Modsaw. When you are cutting, now I'm gonna go get an arrow, so just wait 1 second. All right, back. 2 arrows here. So when you are cutting your arrow, what you're gonna wanna do, now on the knock-in attachment, so on the Deluxe, this allows you to cut with the knock-in. Now, you're gonna wanna keep a little bit of back pressure here. If you don't, it'll kind of slip down that V. So keep back pressure. Now, with either saw, you're gonna roll into the blade clockwise. So this way. So you're gonna put it in there, roll right into that blade. That's gonna give you a super clean cut. So just roll into there. After you cut it, move to the back side. Now, push this front bearing post up to the squaring post. This is gonna stabilize the front end of that arrow, just like so. Move that up, lock it down, get your cut arrow. This is where you would square it off, just like so. So you're gonna stabilize the front end of that arrow right there. After you cut, move your front bearing post back. This is where you would spin, and that's where the wobble indicator comes into play, right there. So that's just a built-in point of reference that you can look down on. I don't know if it's lined up, but line up, spin it, see if you have any wobble with that line. So then you would spin it like so. So basically, that's the 3 steps, transitioning from cutting to squaring to spinning. All right, guys, so that's it. That's your basic unboxing, setup, operations of the Modsaw. Like I said at the beginning of the video, any questions whatsoever, you can reach out to me at ryan@modarchery.com. I'm gonna make a video very soon about replacing the blade, so how to swap that blade out. And then also how to swap out that rear rest, the knock-in to a carbon if you have the Deluxe model, swapping out that plug. It's pretty easy, but just to get a video out there, just in case you have any questions. So be on the lookout for those, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. We greatly appreciate it. Have a good day.